Okay, I am here with Shanti, owner of Yoga Haven in Knoxville, Tennessee, and we're talking about mind-muscle connection, experiences I've had with it and experiences she's had with it. So she's been in this field for what, how many years now?
25.
25 years. Okay, so we were basically talking about how important your mind is, and that is actually a tool that you can use to heal yourself, to become stronger, to become the best version of yourself. So one thing that we were talking about is actually breathing practices. So why don't you elaborate a little bit on breathing and what you suggest to people, somebody that doesn't necessarily know how to meditate, but they want to learn how. What's the easiest way for them to start?
Well, talking first about the principle in yoga that states the breath is the master of the mind, and the mind is the master of the emotions. And so we begin with being able to master the breath. And in the very beginning is just that ability to be able to use the full capacity of our lungs. And there's often a misunderstanding that we have to take a deep breath, and a lot of times people say, oh, I can't take a deep breath, right? So in yoga and many of the wisdom teachings, the breath begins with an exhalation.
Okay.
So we know that when we are exerting strength, power,
Yes.
that it works best to actually exhale while you're doing it.
Right. I do these. I catch myself going under high reps or high loads.
Yes.
Yeah, like a purge of air, exhaling.
Yes. Okay. And so it begins by focusing on your ability to exhale, and exhale fully and completely, because the inhale happens naturally. So what I usually guide people to do is to really focus a gentle concentration and allowing the exhalation to be full and complete. And then allow that gentle squeezing of the abdominal area so that it creates negative pressure in the lungs, where you naturally take a deeper breath. The next breath will be naturally deeper.
Right.
But what it requires is that you exhale fully and completely.
Okay.
Yes. And in that way, you're not only creating that negative pressure that allows a deeper breath, which, again, what we want is to be able to use the full capacity of our lungs and increasing that capacity.
Yes.
So that then you have more oxygen to work with.
Right.
You know, your muscles have more oxygen. But again, it's beginning with that exhalation and allowing, therefore, the releasing of stress, the releasing of, whatever it is that you want to let go of. It happens with that exhalation.
Awesome. Okay. So really focusing on exhaling everything out.
Everything.
So you can have a deeper breath coming in.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I notice is most people don't understand their breath. They look at it more of a subconscious thing. They don't really ever focus on it. They're not really thinking about taking a breath. They're just breathing.
Yes.
So that's one of the easiest things that I find that you can start tapping into subconscious mindset is by focusing on your breath, controlling it. Yes. Inhaling a certain amount. And I'm sure you have certain breath, counts and meditations that you do.
Yeah, there's definitely various techniques or rhythms that we can do with our breath to help. For example, exhaling twice as long as you inhale is the tool, the technique that has been used for helping with anxiety.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, lowering blood pressure.
Calming you down.
Calming you down is exhaling twice as long as you inhale. And so, but the basic breathing technique would be to do belly breathing. That's the one thing that,
I love this.
because of the low levels of anxiety that we carry throughout the day, just because stress, life situations, we get into patterns of breathing that are shallow chest breathing.
Yes.
That keeps your sympathetic nervous system engaged, which means is that fight or flight, low levels of anxiety throughout the day.
Yes.
Without you being aware of it, right?
Right.
And so when you train yourself to breathe into your belly, that immediately engages your parasympathetic nervous system.